biggest struggle for beginners is to how to shade the white color hair, the curly hair, especially if it's curly, how to shade them, because it doesn't have that dark hair stroke, the dark shading, and maybe many of you just draw it fully whiter, or many of you ended up with the ugly cheap looking pencil strokes. So in today's video I will teach you that how you can draw the white color hair, how you can give them the natural fluency, how to actually draw the hair strokes on this white color hair. And of course I'm not going to use any of the expensive supplies, any of the mono eraser. I know drawing white color hair without the mono eraser is a nightmare, it's a struggle, but I'm not going to use any of the mono eraser. I only use the sketch pencil and the normal supply, normal eraser, and I will teach you that how you can actually draw the realistic hair with less supplies. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So hey everyone, it's Nori, and in today's video I will show you how you can draw the white color hair, the curly hair with the less supply. I will show you like how you can draw the natural fluency of the hair, how you give them the deepest darkest shadows, what actually important while you are drawing the white hair, and all of those techniques and tips that I'm going to teach you, I'm going to show you is very beneficial for you. And of course I'm not going to use any of the expensive supplies, any of the mono eraser. I know with white color hairs without mono eraser is a struggle, but I will teach you that how you can actually use what you can need to use a place of mono eraser. And here I will show you all of the shades, all of the pencil that I am going to use for this drawing this rosé. So here we have all of those shades. I will first start with the I'm going to use the F grade pencil. I will start with the F grade pencil, the 8B grade pencil, the 5B grade pencil, and the 4B grade pencil, and of course the B grade and the F grade pencil I'm going to use. And here as you can see, the supplies I'm going to use is the black pen, but of course maybe I use the black pen in place of 8B grade pencil, because my 8B pencil is super tiny. Small, as you can see here, it's so tiny, so I don't think that I can use it because because of the size. I can use it properly, and it's no longer can be sharp enough because it's already have a tiny size. And now I just mark all of those, I just stick all of those shades that I'm going to use from 8B to the F grade pencil, all of those shades that I'm going to use. And I'm going to use this pin, and the supplies is the soft brush, a normal soft brush. You can use the makeup brush. I'm not going to use any of the blending stuff. I'm using this soft makeup brush, the eyeshadow brush, and I'm using the B grade pencil, as I said before, the B grade pencil, the F grade pencil, and the 4B grade pencil, and the 5B grade pencil, and of course the 8B grade pencil. But the place of 8B I use a ball pen, but I don't prefer using a ball pen. Now I use a knead eraser, but it's okay if you don't have a knead eraser, you can use a normal eraser and a sharpener. So yeah, here is all of those shades and supplies, and now without further ado, let's jump right in, let's get started. Now we will begin with the F grade pencil, and of course make sure all of your pencil that you are going to use is sharp enough, and make sure sharp it time to time after you draw the hair strokes. If you think that it's not sharp enough, make it sharp enough, because it's very important. And here is, as you can see, we have the sharp thin pencil tip. And now I will first start with the front hair clump. And of course I said that before on my first video, on this video I said all of those important things that you need to know, and I really clearly all of those things that we need to know while we are drawing the hair. I clear it already on this one video. If you didn't watch that one video, so go first watch that one video. I give you so many tips to draw the hairs actually. And now as I said, we will first start with the front hair clump, and I'm using the F grade pencil. And now first I just secure that area where the skin is showing, the area that the skin is actually showing between of the hair. And now I first just secure that area. Now I focus on the directions of the hair. I say that before drawing hair, first you need to know the directions of the hair. If you just don't draw the hair with the same direction that it's actually have, and you are not didn't focus on the directions of the hair, we will end up with the messy looking hair. So first, the direction is very important. While once you know the direction, now draw the hair strokes in that direction and then just blend it well. With the first layer we just draw it and now blend it well, and now I'm using the B grade pencil. Again, secure that area, and now I just focus. I start with the darkest shade. I just want to give it a natural fluency, a natural volume, like the pop-up hair. As you can see, if it's the curly hair, somewhere it's just down and somewhere it's just like pop it up. So I want to give that look. And now I'm using the 4B grade pencil, again starting with the darkest shadows and then slightly go with the whiter, but first we will start with the darkest shadow, the darkest shades of the hair. And one thing that you really need to know is that you have to draw you are drawing more darker than a reference, because if you don't draw it more darker than a reference, if you just draw it just like a reference, the lightest just like a reference, is not look that much realistic. But if you draw it a bit darker than a reference, than our actual picture, it looks so realistic. We always need to draw it the darkest one darker. Now with the 4B grade pencil, I just draw the hair strokes. I just draw the darkest. I just look at my reference closely, just capture all of the darkest hair strokes, and now I draw it with the 4B grade pencil, but with the less pressure. As you can see, I'm just kind of drawing the hair strokes and then blend it out hair stroke, but I just don't just add too much pressure on my pencil and just drawing so many hair stroke at the one place. No, I just look at my reference, just capture all of those darkest hair stroke that have a deep shadow, and I just draw that there. And now I'm drawing, but I've just try to give him a natural fluency and natural look, like somewhere it's darker and then lighter and then again darker, so it looks a pop it up. And then I will make it light, draw the highlight with the eraser. Now I use an eraser because I tried if I just figure out if I just draw the white highlights with an eraser, but I just can't. So then I'll try to draw it with the normal eraser. Now I always say that cut your eraser. While I said it in many of my video that if you don't have an eraser, you can cut your eraser and give them a sharp edges. Just cut it and then it have a sharp edges. You can crossly cut it or just like cut it vertically, and when you are cut it down, it's have the sharp corner, and then you can draw easily. As you can see here, I just cut it out, and now then you can easily give them a natural hair stroke, the natural white hair stroke with the eraser. You can give them as good as the mono eraser, but you can actually give them so realistic and beautiful with the normal eraser. If you cut it, it's kind of similar. But first you need to blend it well. You need to draw every single stroke that you are drawing. You have to blend it well. After blending well, it looks all darker. Then after upon that, you draw the highlight, so it was drawn so well and it actually looks realistic. As you can see, after blended out, now I cut my eraser, and as you can see, after drawing the white highlights of the hair, you can see how well it draws. And now I just draw all of the shadows again with the 4B grade pencil to make it actually looks realistic and actually give them a shiny and pop it up look. As you can see, I just work until I see the realisticness, I see the shiny, I see the popping and the natural fluency of that front flushed clump. And at the same at one time I just work on the one clump. I don't just work multiple clumps at the same time. Just focus on the one hair clump, and if you are tired, just go sleep and then come back next day and then draw the other clumps. But you have to focus on the one clump at the same time. Now again, as you can see, I use the ball pen to just draw the darkest hair stroke, but don't use, I didn't prefer use ball pen. Use the 8B grade pencil. If you don't have a darkest grade pencil, you can use a color pencil, but don't just use the darkest grade the ball pen. As you can see, now I draw the shadows that have the hair, the shadow of the hair, to make it looks a bit more realistic. As you can see, now I work on it until I see the realisticness. I see that now the clumps is ready, and because I'm drawing it with the less supplies, that it's not looks as realistic as the other people use with the so many supplies, but I try my best to give you the realisticness. Then you can feel that it's no need, you don't need to have the expensive supplies. If you know the techniques, you can actually draw the realistic hair. Now we are done with this one clump. Now we will again just draw the second clump. Our second clump is this one clump, and now I again just do the same process. I will start, but here I'll start with the B grade pencil because I think that we don't need to have the use the F grade pencil. But if you're a beginner, start with the F grade pencil. Now I use the B grade pencil. I just blend it out because it's have a white hair and the picture is not clear in actual, so all of the hair strokes is not look that is not you can see it clearly. So if you have a reference that the hair stroke is not actually looks clearly, it's not actually again clearly, so it's okay. You just give them a hair stroke with your own. If your reference don't have that, you have to give them because you want that your hair looks realistic. And if you drawing the white hair, you have to draw it darker than a reference. Now again I doing the same process. I just do the highlight and then I'll blend it out. Not with this one clump. This one clump, as you can see, it's inside of that up one clump, that first clump. So we have to draw it darker with the that one clump. We have to draw it darker with than this one clump, so it gives that it's actually inside of that clump. And the upper clump looks more pop it up. So you have to focus on those things, that the clump that is on the front and up, you have to draw the inside hairs is darker, so it gives that pop it up look. And you have to focus on the edges. If the clump is darker, you have to draw it darker, and you have to actually trace the darker line to the other clumps. Then it looks that every clump is separated to the other clump. Now I use the same process with that one. Now I'm working on this one area. As you can see, it's fully darker, but it's not that much darker. It have some flyaway hair, but because we are not using the mono eraser, so we are going to the technique is that first just draw the darkest shade, make it darker with the 4B grade pencil, but don't just add too much pressure on it. And after blending, I'm using the 5B grade pencil, and with the 5B grade pencil I just don't straightly go all of the dark it all of this area. No, I just make it give them a look of the hair that it's give them the look of the hair that actually is have the darkest hair here, have the darkest shadow on that hair. So I just give them that look, and then I make it draw the highlight flyaway hair with the same eraser. But it's not work at that one in this case, because it have the flyaway hair, and without the mono eraser, flyaway hair is a bit hard to draw, but I try my best to draw it out. And now for this one, now for the other hair, as you can see, it's kind of like a flyaway hair. So the technique of drawing the flyaway hair is kind of draw the hair strokes. Like with the B grade pencil, I draw all of the hair stroke. I just think that I drawing all of the hair stroke, but with the less pressure. And then after that, I use a B grade pencil and just draw the darkest shade on that hair. Now I'm working on this one clump. As you can see, now first I just secure that the clump that is come between of that hair. I first secure that one because I don't want to just shade it this one with that one clump, because it never looks separated if I just shade all of them. So now, as I say, I just draw for the flyaway hair. I draw the hair like I just think that I'm just drawing every single hair. Then I just blend it out and then darken it enough with the B grade pencil. I draw the darkest shadows between of that. Then it looks like it give them the effect of that flyaway hair, that white hair. Now I'm working on that clump. I just use the 5B grade pencil, and with the light pressure I first start with the darkest shadows and then slowly come with the lightest shadows. I first start with the darkest shadow. I draw the darkest shadows with the 5B grade pencil. As you can see, like the process is same, but somewhere I start with the darkest pencil, somewhere I just start with the lightest pencil. But I prefer you start with the lightest pencil if you are a beginner. Now after blending, again I draw the darkest shadows, and then I just draw the highlights with a eraser, with the normal eraser. Like, the process is again the same. First you have to draw the shadows. You have to start with the shadows with the B grade pencil, just like this. You have to just first focus on identify the direction of the hair. Draw that with the B grade pencil, draw that hair stroke on that direction, then you blend it out. Then again draw the darkest shadows, blend it out well. Then again draw the highlighted with the eraser, and then after drawing the highlighted, then again pick your darkest grade pencil and darken up the darkest area, darken up the darkest shadows, and then you are done with that clump. And then do the same process with the other clumps. And if, yeah, I just say, once you know the technique, once you know that what you actually need to, now I'm working on this one clump here, as you can see. Once you know the technique of drawing a single clump, once you know that what you need to do, what you need to do after this pencil, what you need to do after this shade, after you do that, and what you need to do, then you will just draw all of these clumps very easily. Once you know all of the technique to draw the actual hair, then it was 100 times more easier for you. Would just straightly start drawing one clump and then other clumps, and it's so much easier, and the process get more faster if you know the technique. So I prefer first experiment the hair. First, if you are drawing, if you are working on your reference, first just practice on the other piece of paper. Just use all of those tips that I teach you, use all of those, try it out, many experiment it, and then once you know that what you actually need to do, then start with your actual reference. So you have a bit more confident to do it, and you are more confident to actually work on your reference, because many people are scared to what if they just destroy everything and just drown out their drawing. After that clumps, now I think that I need to draw this one clumps, well, because it's a part of that front clump, so we have to draw this one. Now again I just start with the B grade pencil, with the F grade pencil, and now I just focus on the direction of the hair, because I said before, direction is very important. Once you know the directions, you actually knows everything. Like, the direction is important. You identify first, you need to identify the direction, then you need to identify the darkest shadows, and then after that you need to identify the highlights. And then once you have the directions, you need to draw the hair on that directions. You need to have to give them that direction, then blend it out with the blending brush, with the soft brush. And then I just use the big red pencil, and then I start with the darkest shadows. As I say, first you need to identify the direction of the hair, then the shadows. Now I'm working on the shadows. The second layer is for the shadows. First is for the direction, second is for the shadows, and then the after blending out, third is for the highlights. Now I draw the highlights, and then now after the highlights you need to work on the darkest shadows again, because after you're drawing highlight somewhere, you just highlight the darkest shadows, so you need to dark it enough again. Now here we are working on our last crumb, the last crumb of the today, and then done with our white curly hair. And I just can record all of the process of all of the hair, because the video is getting so long, and I hope that you learned something. I hope you understand what I mean. I hope you understand my technique. Like now I will to tell you the other ways. Like, first layer is for identify the direction of the hair, then blend it out. Second layer is for the darkest shadows of the hair, then blend it out. The third layer is for the highlights. As you can see, highlight with a regular eraser, blend it, and then after third layer you just don't need to blend it out. After third layer, you then pick up the darkest grade pencil, the 4B or the 5B grade pencil, or the 8B grade pencil, and draw the dark enough the darkest shadows, and then you are done with your clump, and then you start with the others area. So I hope you understand. I hope you understand this way. I hope you learn something. I hope you think that this technique is easier if you don't have the that much supplies. And I hope you learned something. We are done with our hair, and after I done all of the hair, I will upload the picture on my social media, Instagram, or maybe on the YouTube, so you will see it and you will. It's not it, like I try my best to draw this white hair with the less supplies, and now you have the final result. Here is the final result, and I hope I just did a good job with the less supplies, and I hope I draw this hair realistically. Like I try my best to draw it with the less supplies. Like as you can see, I draw the less supplies, I use the less supplies, sorry, and I'm sorry if I just speak some words wrong, and if I struggling with the clarify everything, because it's been a year, but I still nervous while I'm talking with my videos. I am doing a voiceover, so I'm sorry for that, and I hope you learned something. I hope this video is helpful for you. I hope you feel more confident to just start your next drawing, to start working on your next drawing. And I hope I just draw this. I hope you satisfied with my work, and I hope you learn something. Again, I hope this video is more beneficial for you. Thank you so much guys for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share and comment, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, thank you, and just let me know in the comment that what you actually learned from my video.